She's not coming on at half-time. Someone will tell her off shortly. Let's see what has changed, even if not in personnel, in attitude, if at all. Two sides in the league cancelling each other out for large chunks of that first half. Teams. You decide about going with both his left backs on the field, but one of them, Katie McCabe, who quite often play higher up, right or left anyway, filling in as the right back. Very quiet half for the two keepers. Surely it won't stay that way. Great first touch from Pia Valti, the glue in the middle of that Arsenal midfield, in there with Kim Little. The two that generally sit deeper, allowing... It's usually a very attacking front four to do their thing. Zinsberg has cleared all her teammates and her coach with that clearance. Still no bib for the naughty Chelsea captain. Carter caught by Mead. And the card is coming out for the first time in this game here. It'll be shown to Beth Mead for that ever so slightly late challenge. Looks like there was a grumble from the home bench there about it as well. It's a scary look from Rebecca Welsh. Beth Mead is the first name to be taken. High foot, definitely caught Carter on the ankle. G to Wrighton. Kim Little there quickly. It might open out here, Caitlin Ford, although she has turned back into the traffic. Nicely played all the same. Here is Mead. Now Miedemar. Really bright in the way of a powerfully struck, I was going to say cross, but been heading for the far corner. Here's Kim Little. A lot of traffic in blue right in front of her. Arsenal have to keep it moving here, and they do. Catley with a chance to deliver. Good ball. Mead, what a spin! What a goal it would have been. Best chance of the game. Fabulous take from Beth Mead here. Left Nuven for dead. And Berger would not have had a hope with that if it was inside the post, but it was outside it. What a chance early in this second half for Beth Mead. Contributes so many goals for club and country, makes even more. Just become the highest assist maker all time, actually, in the WSL. Overtook Karen Carney in the last game with a 36th, albeit that's a slightly subjective total. Officially so. Carney graced both of these clubs. Right, and allowed to run here and hit it. Oh, what a goal! They invited her to shoot and she did. Gura Wrighton puts Chelsea in front. And the FA Cup semi-final that needed a goal has got one early in this second half. Nearly had one from Arsenal at one end a moment ago. Agura Wrighton has found the corner with a beauty. And the holders are in front. Well, they backed off and they backed off. And even though it wasn't nicely set really for a shot, it was out in front of her. She wrapped that left foot around it. It's a mere fingertip from Manuela Zinsberger, and it's not enough to keep it out. Arsenal 0, Chelsea 1. Now, that should give us the semi-final we were hoping for. We might have a quick equaliser here. Mead was nearly in again. Nuven staying tighter to her this time, clears behind for the corner. Well, sliding doors moments here. That Mead chance can't have been much more than a minute and a half before the Chelsea opening goal. Cluster on the penalty spot. Arsenal quartet. Catley goes for a shorter option again. Mead. Clever idea, really clever actually, but it's too much on it for Catley. Nice manoeuvre that. At least in its inception, if not its execution. And that was a big chance for Beth Mead. Valti to Ford. Blackstenius pulling wide left, options wide right as well. Ford still going here. Mead. Flag was up anyway, but it's already got an extra edge now, hasn't it? Best thing that could have happened for the game, an early second half goal. Mead might have had one for Arsenal. Wrighton has got one for Chelsea. Troubled as yet in Katrin Berger. A couple of occasions that's only because of the defenders in front of her. G crossing for Chelsea here in towards Sam Kerr. Wibben-Moy got the head there first as Cuthbert goes for the snapshot. Play from Miedema. Good long ball to Ford. One-on-one against Millie Bright. Caitlin Ford still. It's well defended without having to get a touch. That from Millie Bright. Pushed her into where the traffic was. And then Charles strong enough to hold off the run of Catley. Well defended. Kerr wins her flick. England likewise. Experience remains here Arsenal. Tons of time to do something about the deficit. Typically tenacious from Aaron Cuthbert here. Job done. So little to do for Zinsberger in this game. I wonder if she might have done a bit better. It wasn't right in the corner. It's a super effort, of course, from Guro Reiten, but just seemed to take off a little late. As well as Zinsberger with that top hand. Jessie Fleming, Jonna Andersson, Pernilla Harder warming up for Chelsea. Nobbs amongst those going through their paces for Arsenal here. Well-decorated player as a gunner, Jordan Nobbs. Not quite the one-club woman, but not far off. A decade of service since coming from Sunderland. Just Carter straight into the challenge in front of her bench. Now then, Jonna Sauderval. Last summer with the brief of closing the gap. Beth England so strong here! Big stop from Zinsberger, who screams come on at her defence, because that was more about desire than anything else. England just making that ball hers. She was probably the second favourite. Just out-muscled Lotte Wubben-Moy. Sam Kerr was with her, but right to get out of the way. It's a good stop down low. It's heading into that bottom corner. More good chances in this second half already than we've had in the first 45 we saw earlier. Cuthbert with the Chelsea corner here. Right. Shoot, say one or two of her Blues fans. Cuthbert in again, out by Blackstenius. Carter telling Berger, don't worry, I've got this. Nicely done by Catley. Shot numbers are up already, big time. Chelsea 6 of them, 4 on target. Arsenal yet to force Berger into a save. In comes the cross. It goes by Catley to the safety of Ford, and then Little gives it away. Well, was nearly in then. Most unlike Kim Little. Chelsea putting the squeeze on early in this second half like Arsenal did in the first. The initial challenge from Niamh Charles was the foul one. That one there. Referee Welsh just waiting to see if there was any advantage. There was none for Caitlin Ford. Cuffley and Little still chatting about what to do here. It's Little who delivers well. Millie Bright with a really strong bit of defending to get ahead on that. It was an excellent ball in, actually. And ball against Cuthbert. That's a good delivery, right in where you'd want it. Captain's challenge if ever you saw one. And what a ball from her there to somehow find Sam Coe's nearly bulldozed through. This is G. Can she get the shot away? She can! What a finish! Chelsea in command with an hour played. If you thought the first shot from Wrighton was a good one, or the one from G's even better. Arsenal 0, Chelsea 2. Hammer blow in every sense from Ji So-yun. She's always had fabulous technique. Doesn't get as many goals these days because she plays a little deeper. But give her the ball around the edge of the box, she has always been an absolute star. That is some strike. All came about because of the Millie Bright ball. What a hit that is. Arsenal thought they dealt with it. But you don't save those. Perfection. The holders are heavy favourites for a Wembley return now. That has really dampened the mood at Meadow Park. Fine margins at this rarefied level. Arsenal started the game so well. They had the best chance right at the beginning of this second half too. Mead didn't take it. Chelsea went in front and now the lead is doubled. Frida Marnham's going to come on to the Arsenal midfield shortly. In fact, right now, is he going to change shape? The other side of Al. No, is the answer to that, because it's Lia Valti who's coming off. Slightly more box-to-box midfielder for a more defensively minded one there. To the other side of Al, coming from Sweden last summer. One from Linköping. Will be retaken. England with the flick. Kerr will always be interested in those. Lottie Wobbin-Moy had to stay strong. Cuthbert's challenge on Ford, and that's a yellow card for the Scot. It's not a ball that she ever thinks she can't win, Erin Cuthbert. I wonder if that was a crowd reaction earning that caution more than anything else. She joins Mead in the book. Ford, stand-up defending from Niamh Charles, and then Cuthbert in to help her. and England and Ingle. And they've worked that well. They worked it very well. This could get better still, you know. Clever leave by Wrighton for G. The third here would finish it. Wrighton curls it. Chelsea corner. Zinsberger working hard this second half. May have just been bouncing wide anyway, but far too close for Zinsberger to leave it. Two cracking long rangers. Chelsea well in command of this semi-final. Probably 27 minutes or so to go as the corner comes in. Kerr got up there. Too much head on it. And normally, if Chelsea have scored a couple, at least one would be scored by Sam Kerr. Not yet, not here. Two in the final. Against Arsenal last time. Chelsea 3-0 winners then, and that was a very one-sided game. This hasn't been, but this side backed off and allowed Guro Wrighton to shoot. Didn't really deal with the long ball well enough either for the second goal. But you can't legislate for that kind of quality that G showed with the finish. In off the frame of the goal, right in the corner. What a goal. Kerr to England. Williamson. Finally stepping in. It's Chelsea playing with confidence now. Arsenal haven't threatened since that. Really good chance for Mead. Kerr, Cuthbert. G on the tackle, just when Miedema was thinking about springing the counter. Sophie Ingle here clipping it in for Sam Kerr. That's a clever ball. Oh, the flag's up. That must have been close. Good call. Two more attacking options coming on for Arsenal now. More attacking than Frida Maanum, that's for sure. Nikita Parris on the right, Tobin Heath on the left. Find a way to start threatening Chelsea again. There's enough time, but the next goal looks more likely to come from Chelsea than it does from Arsenal, you'd have to say, as Kerr tries to pick out G. Kim Little calmly dealing with it at the back. Oh, overplayed it there, Wubben-Moy! G again! Oh, it's wide. Nearly a gift of a third, and a hands up in apology from Lotte Wubben-Moy. It had to go there, and it didn't. What a risk to take, but not punished. Sophie Ingle couldn't believe her luck. Either side of eager to get these two players on to try and change it. Not just the scoreline, obviously, but the flow of the game. It feels like Chelsea are likely to get another, far more than it does Arsenal to get back in the game right now, and maybe the introduction of Parris and Heath changed that. Chelsea something slightly different to think about, maybe even a tweak of that attacking shape. Not seen much of Blackstenius. I wouldn't be surprised if she was one to make way. Imagine they take Miedemar off, or Mead, although the latter is on a card. Even with an arm, Caitlin Foord could keep that in. Is that going to be her last involvement? Well, indeed, it is Blackstenius to be the first to make way. I don't think that's much of a surprise. Difficult start to Arsenal life for Nikita Parris. Such a hot shot in the WSL with Everton as a youngster and then Man City. Away to Lyon. And in fact, with Arsenal still to score incredibly in the WSL, but has scored in Europe and in the cup competitions. Tobin Heath has come off the bench to score some big goals already this season. And the Gunners need the American to do it again here. And it is indeed Foord who she replaces on the left side of that attack. Emma Hayes responding with a change of her own here. Sam Kerr is going to come off. For once, no goal. One absolutely brilliant player for another, though. If not the same sort of player. Bethany England will now be the focal point of the attack. Pernilla Harder just in support of her return. After 5 weeks out, Pernilla Harder. What a player to bring off the bench. She is the former UEFA Player of the Year. To England, Ruben Moy there, the challenge. Erin Cuthbert, dangerous, but close enough for it not to be too much of a problem for Zinsberger. Two FA Cup semi-finals for Chelsea Football Club today. And then at Wembley, Crystal Palace later. The women of Chelsea, as it stands, en route to a very quick Wembley return. Heath, nice weight. Catley. Millie Bright demands that be left for her, and she wallops it clear. England in a race that Zinsberger wins. Carter. Feel like, from a supporter perspective, maybe that the wind has gone out of the Gunners' sails. They'll be fearful that Chelsea won't be dropping points in what remains of the league campaign. I thought she should have had a free kick there, nothing given. Arsenal won the battle on the opening day. Chelsea winning the war, both league and cup. 4 games left each on league duty, only 1 point between them. And the beloved rivals of both, Tottenham Hotspur, are going to have a huge say in it. Chelsea have got to play them twice in the league, a rearranged league game and one actually scheduled. Arsenal will play them as well. Getting to the point where Arsenal need a miracle. There's enough time, in theory, but in terms of belief and the quality required to break down this Chelsea side twice. Let's see. Free kick given this time. Force of nature that is Aaron Cuthbert. He would need the players who've received the card here. Too much on that for Tobin Heath. Looks like Jesse Fleming about to be introduced. She's looking at the playbook after the chat from Emma Hayes. Not often you could be relaxed in an FA Cup semi-final. She won't quite be there yet, but getting there. Pernilla Harder. And the stretch was Bethany England, couldn't quite get it. Nikita Parris yet to really get into the game, her or Heath, the two attacking introductions from the other side of Al, but Parris putting the pressure on Berger there. Still got a clearance away to find Erin Cuthbert. It's hard not to think about that chance for Beth Mead right at the start of this second half. Some buts and maybes. Williamson into Little. Mead is down again. Ruben Moy going long. It's a good long ball as well for Parris. She did get a touch on it. The flag was up against her anyway. Here indeed does come Jessie Fleming. And it's G who she will replace, and I don't think that's much of a surprise. Fresher legs in the middle of the park. Well, what a goal she scored here to give Chelsea the cushion that looks as if it's seeing them through to yet another Wembley showpiece, and it's well worth another look. Glorious technique, glorious finish. Unstoppable. Hard-working midfielder. Been adding a few goals as well. If you didn't see the one she scored at Leicester, the 9th of the 9 that Chelsea got there, one of the goals of the season. We've seen another contender here from G, it has to be said.
Come on!
Still not a shot on target for Ann-Katrin Berger to save. That early Arsenal pressure. And a couple of chances this side of the interval, but none of them on target. Nouwen. That was way too easy. Brighton's cross. Ruben Moy volleying clear. They haven't stopped running. Clearly they've not stopped trying. They've not been able to cause Chelsea any real problems since going behind Arsenal. That is the truth of it. Skinner is the cry from the crowd, and Tobin Heath has done well enough. Here's Miedema. Nouwen blocking her Dutch international colleague there. It's Catley now. Fleming on the cover. Charles back to Bright. Clearly it's easier with a 2-goal cushion, but Chelsea have looked like they've been comfortable in defending any type of attacking option Arsenal have been attempting to put their way. Certainly wasn't comfortable in the opening 15 minutes. Arsenal didn't make it count then. I suspected it might cost them, because it was never going to keep going that way this game. Mead's given it away. Duro Wrighton was on the charge for a moment, but the industry of Beth Mead has won it back for Arsenal, making up for her initial error. And suddenly Tobin Heath here. And Niamh Charles did well, and Millie Bright, as usual, coming round on the cover. No nonsense. There's never any nonsense from the Chelsea captain. There's a time for playing out from the back. It's not a time that Millie Bright is fond of. Early in the game, it looked like Arsenal were targeting that area that Niamh Charles was defending. They were looking promising. That was surely a clip on the heels of Cuthbert. Yes, it was. All of a sudden, there are only 8 minutes left, plus stoppage time here. Feels like Chelsea are, well, almost, how do you say it, cruising? Information of the full house attendance has just been announced here, and it's the travelling fans who'll be travelling to the north of the capital again at this rate, barring the Arsenal miracle that hasn't appeared likely. Let's be honest. They'll be fearing the worst. Chelsea will get maximum points, and maybe doesn't matter what Arsenal do in league terms. Bridesmaids in the WSL perhaps. And it's looking increasingly like second best here. Much to the disappointment of the home support, including Alex Scott, who was watching on there. Free kick given for the foul by Steph Catley. Harris with the header. Little. Not really a contest that physically. Millie Bright against Kim Little. Chelsea skipper suggesting that Little made a little too much of it. Sinsberger. Chelsea putting the squeeze on high up, and Leah Williamson has done quite brilliantly there. That's a great touch from Mead. Can Arsenal give us a frantic finish here by scoring at some point in the next couple of minutes? Paris has at least won the free kick. could change the mood, even if it wouldn't change the fact that Chelsea are Wembley bound. Catley needs quality on the delivery, and it is right in there as well. Nouven got the header on it. Tobin Heath keeps the attack alive for the Gunners here. Such a low percentage pass that from Frida Maanum at this time of the game. I don't think that's what's needed. And another moment of potential promise goes. But winning another header in the middle. Every team needs an Erin Cuthbert. Chelsea have it. It's a great first touch from England. Zinsberger was either rooted or extremely confident of her bearings, because that wasn't far away. What a piece of control that is from Beth England. I think we'll give the Arsenal keeper credit that she was confident enough that that was off target. Not far off though, was it? Cuthbert into Wrighton. Niamh Charles round the back. 7 on target from Chelsea now, and still none for Arsenal. On the side of Al say we've had chances, but they've not troubled Ann-Katrin Berger. It's Zinsberger who's been making all the saves in terms of the keepers here. Nearly there. And there's the left boot that opened this game up. There was a moment in the first half where they all backed off Vivianne Miedema in exactly that same spot. She hammered it, but just over the bar. Exactly the same thing happened when Arsenal backed off Guro Wrighton. That very same bit of turf. A softer effort found its way through. Fleming. Williamson stepping in. And her ball has somehow missed Niamh Charles and found Tobin Heath. American couldn't make anything of it. Kim Little prompts another moment of potential here. Mead has Catley on the overlap. Mead, far post towards Paris. And isn't that just the tail of it? Nearly, but not quite. Another Arsenal effort off target. We're about to hit minute 90. The home sponsors have given Manuela Zinsberger the match award. Nothing to do for the first 45. Busy as anything since the restart. That's when Chelsea have flexed the extra muscle. Little. Gets it back from Mead, trying to find Paris. There's Jess Carter, who's defended really impressively today. In fairness, Chelsea have, as a team really, a couple of scares in that first 10 minutes, and clearly the Mead chance early in this second half. But in an hour and a half of football, that's not a great deal. Here's Pernilla Harder. McCabe got the final touch. It's a Chelsea corner, so we hit stoppage time. The first of 3 minutes has now been entered. She's going to Wembley again. Yet again. Chelsea fans are singing it too. Probably make the trip blindfolded. By the time the men and women of Chelsea Football Club make it these days. Miedema with a Hail Mary pass. Had Mead interested for a while. Can't believe Ann-Katrin Berger would have lined up today thinking she wouldn't have a save to make. With 91 played out of 93, she really hasn't at all. Catley's cross. Carter with another clearance. Normally, there are a whole handful of Chelsea players in an attacking sense of whom you'd say how well they've done and how many goals they've scored or chances they've created. But today, both bosses would probably say that it's Chelsea's defensive work as much as anything that's helped them to win this game. Nouwen, Bright and Carter have been sensationally good, and Cuthbert in front of them too. But they've been opened up here, finally. There's a save. Not that it would have counted. Flag is up against Beth Mead. And Katrin Berger will say, I didn't know that, and I still preserved the lead. Would not have counted. We're into the final minute of the 93. Not even close. They're just going to have to hope that Chelsea slip just once, because that's all it'll take. One non-win in the league in these last 4 games. If Arsenal can win their 4 matches, then that would do it. They're so ruthless, this Chelsea side. You'd have to say, chances are they'll be taking 12 points out of 12, and then there's nothing Arsenal can do about it. The silverware specialists, Chelsea, are in yet another cup final. Seriously strong second half display here. One real scare only. Beth Mead with an early chance straight after the break, but not one shot on target by the Gunners. Emma Hayes' side far more clinical. 2 quite brilliant second half goals from the Blues. Wrighton's was good. G's was an absolute stunner. And there was no real answer to that from Arsenal.